Today we're going to use the Traeger. We're going to fill the can with apple pellets. Preheat to 475. First thing you do to get the lamb started is you sliver the garlic. You take a whole clove, peel it, sliver it into pieces. You're going to create a slit in the top of the meat with the blade. I like to press down in and twist a couple times to try and widen it out. And you'll take that sliver of garlic and you're going to shove the whole thing down inside there. Sometimes they break, but that's no big deal because you're going to close it back up. We like to put a lot of fresh herbs in our food, so I'm going to clip off some fresh oregano, some fresh thyme, we're not going to use a lot, we're just going to use a little bit. Fresh rosemary. After you chop up the herbs, I add some salt and pepper. Then you're going to drizzle some oil in here to get it into like a small paste so that you can rub it all over the meat. Place the lamb into my roasting rack. I spray the bottom of the rack first to try and help with the non-stick so that this doesn't stick to the grate.
Is that olive oil?
Yes. I'm going to take 1 lemon and I'm going to slowly pour this over top and kind of let it seep through those holes that have the garlic in it. Now we're going to take our herb mixture that goes on top of the lamb and we're going to take and place this all over the lamb. I'm going to take some of this and just rub the bottom just so it's fully coated. Before I place the lamb onto the smoker, I'm going to add a little liquid to keep the bottom of the pan from burning. This is also going to work as a glaze. Some people like a red wine glaze, so I add this into the bottom of the pan before I roast. I'm going to place the roasting pan in the middle of the Traeger. And at this point it's just going to sit and we're going to let the outside crisp up a little bit before we slow roast.
Lemon. Olive oil.
Lots of olive oil. Salt. Pepper. I like fresh cracked pepper. You can use either, doesn't matter to you, and it definitely matters to me.
Oregano.
And dried oregano, and then we mix. From here, once everything's mixed up and ready to go, you preheat the oven to broil, and then you begin mixing them every 10 minutes so that they get kind of a crispy edge to them before adding the veggies. All right, so meat's been on for roughly 3 hours. You'll see that the meat's starting to pull back from the bone. Along that line, you're gonna wanna check your liquids and make sure that you're always putting liquid in it. Once you get around this temperature and the meat's pulled back, you're going to drop the temperature way down to like 160, 165, and then let it slow roast for a little while. After stirring, we're going to Put it back in the oven on broil for another 10 minutes. I've been watching them. And as you can see, the potatoes are getting pretty crispy. They're not necessarily burned to the bottom, which I really don't want. I don't want them burned, I just want them crispy. Once your potatoes are pretty crispy, you're gonna pull these out and you're gonna set them aside while you get the zucchini ready, if you don't already have it ready to go. We're gonna move on. All right, now we take our chopped up zucchini and we're gonna do the same thing we did with the potatoes. I'm gonna add some lemon. I'm gonna add some oil. Add some salt, pepper, oregano, and mix. And you're going to repeat twice. Everything's mixed. We're going to dump these guys right over top. Scrape this pan out. Spread these guys out a little bit. And they're going to bake right over the top of everything. Once you get your veggies all spread out and ready to go, you're going to set the oven back to 350 because we don't really want these to overcook real fast or get real crunchy chewy because they'll just turn to mush. Back in the oven, 350. We're going to start with about 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, so I'm going to pull the pan out, take a quick look, then I'm going to give a stir, kind of get these things mixed up a little bit now. I don't like my zucchini completely mushy, so we're going to give it a quick stir, and then we're going to go back in for 7 minutes. Turned off the oven. Your veggies are probably I'd say about 3/4 of the way cooked. They're still white, which leaves a little bit of crunch in them. That's about as much as you want done on your zucchini. We're gonna go ahead and pull our lamb off. Been sitting about another hour at about 165 on the smoker. We're gonna remove our lamb leg. Take your electric knife and you're gonna basically start cutting your meat along the contour of each side of the bone.